What is the secret to moving on, or how do you move on? There are a lot of ways to move on, so what I want to do is just share what I did to be able to move on from my difficult relationship. And I hope this can help some people. Again, this is just my way of doing it. There's a lot of different ways to do it. So number one thing I did was grieve. It is important to allow yourself the opportunity to grieve. That means letting yourself feel bad about losing the relationship, because it is a loss. And if you truly love the person, of course you're going to feel bad. So it's okay to cry. It's okay to feel really bad. It's okay to process those emotions. Honestly, I even went through as far as watching sad movies, listening to sad songs, just staying at home, allowing myself that process. Don't skip this process of grieving. It is very important. Number two, call up friends. Look for friends that really care about you, that want to listen to you, and talk to them about every feeling you have and how bad you feel and about the relationship, and just pour it all out. And do that. And don't stop talking. Because in that process of talking, you'll notice something. You'll get so tired of talking about it that you'll stop talking about it. Number three, write down every reason why the relationship did not work. The reason I did that is because when you just get out of a relationship, there is a part of you that's still a part of that relationship, a party that wants to go back to that relationship. And it is very hard to stop yourself from going back to that relationship, because you have this idea of the relationship that was a fantasy and not a reality. So what you do is, by writing down the reasons why the relationship didn't work, you remind yourself of the reality of the relationship and all the bad things about it. I'm not saying hold grudges. It's not about holding grudges. It's not about keeping it all in. It's about letting it out by writing it down and understanding, processing what happened and what went wrong. And when you do that, you're able to be more thoughtful and mindful about the situation, rather than following a fantasy based on how you feel. Now, another process I did after writing it all down is I blocked the person. You block the person not because you hate them or you're trying to get back at them. You block them because you're not strong enough. And you know that because you still have some feelings for that person, you have to give yourself the space and the time to be able to heal without the presence of that person. And that person's probably doing it because, for whatever reason, they miss you or whatever, but don't allow them to be able to do that to you. This is your time for yourself, and you must be selfish with this time. Only when you've become stronger and you've already been able to move on, can you unblock the person. So remember, don't feel bad about unblocking the person. Feel that you're being mean to them. It's not about them. It's about you. This is your time. Number 5, this is the important one. Start loving yourself. Do things that you're passionate about. Start doing things for you, for what you want to do with your time and with your passions and with your purpose. Start writing down what are the things that you've missed on. Because let's face it, when you're in a relationship, you somehow compromise a bit of yourself. You somehow still have a little bit of yourself with that person. This is a chance for you to be whole again, to be one with yourself. So practice some self-love. Start a course, do a class, learn a new skill, focus on your work. Keep yourself busy that way. Don't make it a point where you're so busy that you're distracting yourself from the pain. Allow yourself to still grieve, but also just keep yourself busy with other activities that will help you grow as a person. One thing that you shouldn't do is this. Yes, go out with your friends, have lunch, have dinner, hang out with them. I won't advise you to go out and drinking with them. I know it's the easy way out, and I'll tell you something, when you're depressed and you're having a drink, it is so easy because it feels so good at that moment. But after you drink and you sober up again, man, the crash is even worse. And then you get addicted to this instant feeling of happiness from drinking that you might start getting hooked to it. So I won't advise that at all. Some people may do it, that's going to be up to you, but for me, I just don't advise it, because at the end of the day, if you don't have a lot of self-control, you could become an alcoholic, or you even could go into a depression because of that. So once you've moved on, that means you've gone through the entire process. Number 1, you've already been able to grieve and let all your emotions out. Number 2, you're able to talk it out until you can't talk anymore. Number 3, you block the person, and at this point, you probably can unblock them already. Number 4, you've spent time with yourself, love yourself, with your passions, keeping yourself busy, whether it's with your work or your career. Okay, so how do we know that you're ready and you've moved on? It's this. When you see a post, maybe a text, or maybe even see them in person, that you have no more ill feelings towards them, you don't feel bad anymore about seeing them, and you wish them no ill, and all you wish for is the best for them, then you know that you're ready, and congratulations, because at that point, you know you've really moved on.